Okay, this Bluegrass Sports Nation, we're back post-game after the first round of the 2021 55th District Girls Tournament, brought to you here on BSN by Wolfe County Farm Bureau and Breathitt County Farm Bureau. We're here now with the Jackson City Lady Tigers. We've got Coach Paul Green and juniors Riley Turner and Brianna Tincher. Coach, if you could just take a moment and talk a little bit about how the game went out there. I know it didn't turn out the way that you planned, but if you could just tell us how it went.
Well, I mean, first I want to thank BSN for all you guys do in terms of helping all the schools in Eastern Kentucky, and we love the services you provide and all the publicity you guys do for all of us. So just want to extend that first. Yeah, secondly, we're a very small school, young team, and so we. This year was up and down for us, but the last couple of weeks of the season, we really felt like we'd turned a corner. We really came on. We were excited about the opportunity to play the game today, and we felt like we were ready. We felt like that we had like I say, a couple of really good weeks leading up. We had two of our best practices of the year the last 2 days, and then, of course, we just didn't play well, and we shot the ball. Terrible. I mean, we shot 3% from the field, less than 50% from the free throw line, and we just didn't play well. And then I'll give credit to Breathitt. They packed in a 2-3 zone to the tight as you can pack it, and said shoot away, and we had a bad game. So. It's disappointing. The thing about high school basketball in the state of Kentucky is it doesn't matter how successful or how great the season is. It all comes really basically down to one game. And if you don't play well in that one game, great seasons can turn into horrible seasons, and bad seasons can turn into wonderful seasons. One upset at the right time, and it really matters. And so we were disappointed with how the season ended today. But for me, I told the girls going into the game that. We didn't have any seniors. Everybody's back next year, and we feel very positive about the movement and how this team improved as the season went on, and we feel really good about the direction of the program and how we can play next season.
And Coach Green, you're not only the coach, you're also the superintendent of the school system there in Jackson. So talk a little bit from your perspective. You touched on it there, what it's been like this season. With COVID stop and start, I know your boys' team's been hit a couple of times. You guys have made it through the season and played a bunch of games, and a lot of teams haven't. Just talk about what your entire team, you had 7, 8, I believe.
Yeah.
So talk about their resiliency and getting through the season and getting to this point and the job that they did.
Well, I mean, COVID has impacted everybody, and it's been tough. I mean, the start and stopping for everybody. I mean, I go back. We started preseason conditioning in September, and you go a couple months getting your kids in shape, and then all of a sudden you get shut down in December for 2 or 3 weeks, and then you start back, and then you stop, and then we were fortunate enough to play 20 games, but that was disjointed because a lot of times you'd play 2 or 3 games back to back to back, and then you turn around and go 10 days and not have a game. And it made it hard. I mean, we rely on playing games to improve because the size of our school, when you've only got 7 or 8 kids on your team, it's hard to have practice. I mean, practice is tough for us. The other thing we would do is we would oftentimes have external people to come in and work out with us and help to get that 10 on 10, but we couldn't do that this year. We could not bring anybody in the gym because we wanted to make sure we protected our kids. So that was out. So that made it even doubly hard. So it's been tough, but it's been tough on everybody, and everybody has the stories. And I'm just glad that we were able to have a season this year, and I'm just so hoping that next year we get back to normalcy and we can get back to the way it used to be and not have to worry about all this stuff.
Coach Green, I want to give you a second to talk about the 2 fine ladies that are sitting to your left and your right. I've had the pleasure of watching both of them play softball and basketball for an extended period of time, and I'm sure they're tremendous leaders for obviously your basketball team, but also your school and obviously softball team also. So if you want to speak on those 2 great girls there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about these 2 girls. I mean, anything and everything that I've ever asked them to do, they've always stepped up to the plate. We ask so much of them in terms of basketball, in terms of carrying this basketball team. I mean, Riley as point guard and leader of the team, I mean, I expect her to have the ball in her hands 75% of the time. And she's done a great job of doing that. A lot of times, you know, it gets. I think I put too much on her because you're asking her to do so much that it becomes burdensome. And you know, but as a small school, you know, she has to carry that load. But she does an exceptional job, and I'm so proud of her. And of course, Bree. I mean, her statistics speak for themselves. I mean, she led the state in scoring this year, scoring about 32 points a game, and. The thing about it is, I mean, if you watch the film and you watch us play, everybody knows what we're going to do. Everybody knows it. I mean, we're going to throw the ball to Bree. She's got to score for us. She's going to do it. Everybody, the opposing coaches know it. You want to scout us? You don't have to scout us. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to try to get the ball to Bree. And even though it's plain and everybody knows that, she still was able to go out night after night after night after night after night and get 30, 40 points a game. Night after night after night, and that's pretty incredible. And I've had some great scorers in my time. I've had some good kids that were great basketball players, but none of them had the ability to score the basketball the way she does. I mean, she's incredible. Just the way she moves and the way she is able to sidestep and use her body. I mean, she just does a great job. So I'm extremely proud of both of them, and for them to be at such a small school. I mean, it's great for us, and you know, again. I'm just super proud of them. And I do want to say also about our entire team, we just have a great group of girls. I mean, and I know a lot of coaches say they've got a great group of girls, and I've you know, but it is especially true for us this year. This is just an outstanding group of kids, young ladies. I mean, they are just wonderful people to be around, and I'm just so proud to be around them day in and day out, and they make me super proud. And that's why it's disappointing to lose, because I told them at the end of the game, or some years I'm ready to see the end. For some reason, I'm like, that was a good year, whatever, let's go home. And this year, I was like, I don't want this to end. I wanted to keep playing. So it's hard. It's hard.
And Bree, we'll start with you. I talked to your mom out there, and I told her I was going to get you to talk, and she said, good luck. So here we go. But fabulous season, over 500 points on the season, I believe, if my calculations are correct. You got your 2,000th point, had 23 out there tonight. I mean, it was tough. You worked on your free throw shooting and had a great year. So just tell us a little bit about your thoughts about the season. And I know it's come to a close, and we're looking forward to seeing you on the softball field, but let's talk a little bit about the basketball season.
Well, last year I think I ended the season third in the state scoring, so I knew I wanted to get higher than that this year.
And you accomplished that. Very good. So, Riley, and just what Coach was saying, great dramatic win last week against Hazard. Made me eat my words up with it. We'll go with there during the cast, and you did an excellent job. You handled the ball all year. Talk a little bit about your season and your thoughts. I mean, you guys are both juniors. You're coming back next year, and how you've grown during the season.
Well, as me and Bree were the oldest on the team, I knew we had to step up and really lead the younger girls. And I think we did a pretty good job this year with supporting them and just motivating them.
Well, we look forward to seeing both of you, like I said, on the softball field, but again next year on the court for Jackson City. We appreciate both of you, and Coach Green, thank you for your time. Wonderful season, and y'all have a good day.
Thank you.